Ball now, and the Women's World Cup starts tomorrow, of course. But before it all kicks off, we all know a really important part of any World Cup is the chants and the singing. Who can resist a rousing chorus of Sweet Caroline or Three Lions? Well, this year there is a new anthem in town, written especially for the England team. Let us take a listen. It is called Call Me a Lioness and features 11 British female artists. And one of those is Greenwood, a drummer from the rock band Sports Team, and she is here to tell us more about the track. I can imagine that being sung on the terraces. What inspired you to be part of it, first of all, Al?
I think growing up a lifelong football fan and sort of Man United supporter for my sins, I was taken along to the games and sort of played fanatically, but never saw spaces of, there was no representation of women. We didn't even have a women's team at Man United back in the day. And then as we've grown now, the situation is so drastically different. But still, I think culturally music's been lacking. I was lucky enough to be at Wembley last year, and you're singing 30 Years of Hurt, having just won the final. And so I think there was a void that needed to be filled. And luckily for me, Glenn Roberts and Olivia Dean stepped up and I got to play the drums.
Amazing. So the recording of this song, I mean, what was it like being part of the single?
It was brilliant. I mean, it's so rare that my two passions kind of come together, music and sport.
Oh, look, it's Mel C there on the left.
Team.
Right,
yeah.
So she's part of this song, Who else is taking part in it?
So it was written by, as I say, Glenn, and then Olivia Dean, who's just released her debut album. But we had Ellie from Wolf Alice, Shura, an amazing artist. There's 11 in total, obviously Mel C being a big name in there as well. Self-esteem, but it was just brilliant, and like such a range of different kind of genres and stages of career, so it was just a really uplifting kind of thing to be involved in.
We don't know what hits work on the terraces and that sort of thing, Three Lions still being sung and everything. I mean, what is it about this song that could potentially do that? It's got a sort of beat to it that could translate.
I think, it's got that kind of sense of slightly cheese-infused glee that I think is required. And most importantly, it's raising money for really great charities. So it's supporting 4 charities that do fantastic work to engage more women, girls and non-binary people in football and use that as a tool to improve their lives. Yeah, the team, they're playing this weekend, aren't they? What is your message to the Lionesses? Well, I think just, bring it home. What more could we ask for? I think it's been a slightly less, confident pre-tournament friendlies, but Haiti should offer the opportunity to kind of open up the score and get a few new names on the score sheet and just plough to victory. Yeah,
I mean, and this time last year, just briefly, I mean, it was so amazing when they won, wasn't it? I mean, there's a sort of trajectory that, I mean, they could do quite well, potentially.
Yeah, 100%. And, I mean, I was lucky enough to be at a lot of the games and seeing that many kind of young people and all walks of life just excited about women's football, for me, was just the most exciting thing about it. And I think since then we've seen such a growth in the women's game, both the grassroots and in the WSL level. It's just so exciting to see what's going to happen next. And I think music and culture can offer a vehicle to kind of take that to the next level.